Some boats can just handle Haulover Inlet better than others, kind of like we're seeing right here. Welcome back guys, it is your boy Broncos Guru, and it's this week's episode of Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature in South Florida. Our guy right here in this boat's about to learn that same lesson he just taught, that some boats can just handle it better than others. I can't think of a better person to step in the ring first than the same gentleman we just saw passing the other boat. We just saw the images of them exiting Haulover Inlet, but let's see if they've got enough grace to enter Haulover Inlet the same way they left. Right now they're looking pretty good. They're keeping their pace up, keeping the boat on plane, and basically letting the boat do all the work and get through these waves. Getting a little bit of spray, and Haulover's giving them a couple good knocks, but I'll tell you what, it's a rough day in Haulover. In this round right here, I can't fault them too much, and this round's for sure going to go to the boats. Our next boater is going to show us the opposite end of the spectrum of this, when you're coming in just a little bit too slow. When I say a little bit, my man's coming through extremely slower than he needs to. These guys have plenty of power and plenty of boat to actually put up a good battle with Haulover, but Haulover is giving these guys a tail whipping, and it's because they've opted to go too slow. Sometimes people think when we slow it down to a certain point, we will actually get a better ride, but that is not always the case. These boats are designed to be on plane. So these guys should have done what the boat was designed to do, gave it a little throttle, let it get up on plane, and let it push itself through these waves. Instead, they're sitting here letting Haulover pretty much do whatever it wants to them. And watching these scenes, I really was the whole time waiting for this boat to turn around. Very rarely do I see a boat come through Haulover, take a beating like these guys are taking, and stay out there and play around. But you know what? Props to them. They stayed out there, they didn't come back in, but still took the loss. This round goes to Haulover. Here in our third round, our boater is going to have Haulover go for the early knockout. We've not seen this happen quite yet. We've seen some jet skiers get knocked off, but Haulover right here is giving this guy a tail beating, and my man winds up losing power. Haulover has hit him so hard, I don't know if it's the water that came over the front of the bow, maybe shorting out some electronics if there's a loose connection somewhere, or exactly what happened, but right here he's dead in the water. I'm not sure if he's going to stay down for the whole 10 count, but we will find out now if he can get this thing going, and if he can't, we could see some very hairy images of this boat possibly winding up in the rocks, or possibly even something worse as it gets pulled out into the larger swell just outside of the inlet. Right here in these images, it looks like they're trying to work on it, and my man has got power again. He's going to wind up pulling this one out, but Haulover gave some pretty solid knocks in this one, and we're definitely going to give this round to Haulover. And that's going to take us into the fourth round with Haulover with an early 2-1 lead. But we're going to go ahead and play my favorite game in the fourth round, Can She Hang On? This Midnight Express coming out of Haulover Inlet actually looks pretty solid. These guys have got a good pace and everything looks good. They're waving to the camera, these guys are having a good time. But Haulover, when you're not paying attention, all of a sudden will give you a smack, just like right here. Unfortunately, this girl goes down. When I say she goes down, she's not all the way down, so they have not lost it yet. And it looks like she's going to get an assist from her friend who's standing next to her to try and help her up. And that's going to give this round to the boat since she was able to hold on. And that will take us into the fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece, and we're going to let you guys decide. Does this boat right here win, or does Haulover win? He gets some pretty good airtime, and they do wind up cleaning it up a little bit at the end, but I'm not going to call it. Light it up in the comments below. Boats or Haulover for this week's win, just like we did in the last episode on this clip here, and the boats won hands down. Here are our featured voters from last week. I want to thank you guys for participating, and be sure to participate in this episode as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, be sure to check out our other 2 channels. We have Wavy Boats, who gets all this great footage down in Haulover Inlet in Miami, and then my channel, Broncos Guru, where we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on that subscribe button and stick around with us for a little while.